Hello and welcome to All Things Knitty. This week's stitch is the Summer Blossom stitch. It's a beautiful 2-row repeat. It is really nice and light, but it's got a beautiful texture to it. It's quite 3D. I don't know if that makes it easier to see, but it's beautiful. I'm using some cotton yarn and a 3mm crochet hook. However, I'm going to do my beginning chain with a 4mm. So you want to be a full size bigger to do your chain. So I've done a chain of 4 plus 3. So that's your multiple. Chain in 4s, then add 3. Okay? So once you've done your chain with your bigger hook, you can put that to the side and loop on your working size. Okay? To begin this stitch, we're going to begin in the 5th chain from hook. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the 5th, we're loosely going to work 4 double crochets. That's a US term, double crochet. And just a quick recap, that's yarn over, insert into the chain, pull up a loop, you have 3, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over through 2. Okay, so work 4 double crochets. You're then going to skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and in this 4th stitch here, we're going to do the same, 4 double crochets. And you'll see that using double crochets with a large gap, it pulls the chain. So using the bigger hook stops it pinching up, and it just helps keep it a nicer shape at the bottom. Okay, so that's our first row sequence. We're going to skip 3, work 4 double crochets, and do that until you've only got 2 stitches left. So skip 3, work 4 double crochets, skip 3, all the way across that row. Okay, so you've made it across the row and we've got 2 stitches remaining. What we're going to do in this stitch is we're going to work a double crochet, but a tall double crochet. And what I mean by that is if I'm holding my hook flat across the top of the cluster, I'm going to yarn over, go into the stitch, yarn over, keep my tension completely loose. I'm going to pull that stitch up so that I can bring my hook flat again. Okay, then I'm going to work my through 2 and through 2. So that's like, I call that a tall double crochet, and that's the type that we're going to do at the end of every row. You're going to keep your tension working throughout this piece extremely loosely. Okay, so to begin row 2 of our pattern, we're going to chain 2. At the end of every row, we're going to chain 2. Okay, so if you look at the 4 double crochets we did as 4 separate stitches, we have 1 here, 2, 3, and 4 here. What we're going to do is we're going to, ignoring this long double crochet, we're going to move onto the cluster here. In this very first one, we're going to do a front post double crochet. So yarn over, come behind the post like so, yarn over, pull through, bring it up tall, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. Okay, so we've done a front post double crochet in the first post. You're going to skip the next, and in the gap between stitches 2 and 3, we're going to work 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 more double crochet all in that space. Okay, so 2, and that's 3 double crochet, chain 2, 1, 2, and in that same space we're going to work 3 more double crochet. 1, 2 and 3, and then we're going to do on the 4th post here, so we'll work between posts 2 and 3. So in the very last post we're going to do another front post double crochet. Okay, so just you can see that last post here, I'm going to do a front post double. I'm going to bring it up tall, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2, and that's us done our first kind of flibber. Okay, so without doing anything else, we're going to move on to our next cluster of 4, and we're going to begin the same as we did at the start. We're going to do a front post tall double crochet. Okay, so you're bringing it up nice and tall and you're keeping your tension nice and loose. Okay, so we've done our front post, skip 1, and in between the next in between stitches 2 and 3, we're going to work our cluster of 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. So work through that. Okay, so that's 3, chain 2, and work another 3 double crochet in that same space. Okay, then to match our other side in the very last post or last stitch here, we're going to do a tall front post double crochet. Front post double crochet and pull your stitch up nice and tall. Then work through 2, through 2. Okay, so that's how we do row 2. So do that all the way across, and once you've done your last front post double crochet, stop and we'll work that together. So front post double crochet in the first, this will make it, front post double crochet, then in between these 2 stitches you're going to do 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, and in the last do a front post double crochet and bring it up tall. Okay, so you've just worked your last front post double crochet here, and in this chain below, this is how you finish row 2. Okay, you're going to skip 1, and in this second chain down you're going to work a long double crochet. Okay, so yarn over, skip the 1 here, we're going into the chain and not under it. Okay, through there, make sure you have your wee V, yarn over, pull through and pull it up tall, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. Okay, and that's how you finish pattern row 2. So this, like I say, is a 2 row repeat, so we're going to do what we did on row 1, and to begin that we chain 2, okay, and we're going to be working into the chain 2 space here from the last row. So once we've chained 2, we're going to come all the way across here and we're going to work 4 double crochets, and remember to keep these loose because these are the posts that you work into. So this would be our front post, this would be stitch 2 and 3 and 4 double crochets. Okay, again you're just going to go into the chain 2 space, work 4 double crochets, 4 double crochets here and 4 double crochets here, and then we'll finish the row together. Okay, so in every chain 2 space you're going to work 4 double crochets. Okay, so you've just worked your last 4 double crochet cluster, and to finish row 1 it's the same. We're going to do a tall double crochet, and this is the last stitch of our chain. You're going to skip that one, so you skip the next cluster, the full 4 and the last chain, and in this one below we're going to work a tall double crochet. So just make sure when you're going into the stitch, the chain, sorry, that you have your V here. Make sure you're going through the stitch and not under it, okay? So we're going to do a tall double crochet to finish the row, and then we're going to chain 2. Okay, so this pattern isn't very forgiving. If your tension gets too tight, it will all bunch up. So just make sure you're, if it starts to go from a straight away and like this, you need to watch your tension, okay? So we've chained 2, and we're going to begin like we did the last time. We're going to skip the first long double crochet, and we're going to go in here and do a front post double crochet, bringing it up nice and tall. Then in the gap in between, you're going to work 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 more double crochet in that same space. And then to finish your little flower, you're going to do a front post double crochet, bringing it up nice and tall again. Okay, so do pattern row 2 right across the row, and once you've done your last front post double crochet, I'll just show you how we do the end of that row, and then I'll show you how you finish off once you've got to the length you want. Okay, so work right across that row, front post double crochet, 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet, and then in the last one you're going to do a front post double crochet, bring it up tall. Okay, so I'm just going to work my last front post double crochet. Then at this, like we did the last time, we skip the last chain, go into the one below, making sure you have your V, and work a long double crochet. Okay, so make sure you are going through the stitch and not under it, bringing it up nice and tall. Okay, so those are the 2 rows that you're going to repeat until you get to whatever size you want. You're going to finish on the row where you've just done your clusters with the chain 2. So stop once you've got to the size you want, and this is how you finish your project. Okay, so just keep working till you've got to the size. I'll put this point in the description below so you can come back later once you're finished. Okay, so to finish off, we are going to loosely chain 4, 2, 3, 4, and turn our work. We're now going to just go into the chain 2 space and work a single crochet. Okay, then chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, single crochet in the top here, chain 4, single crochet in the chain 2 space, 1, 2, 3, 4, single crochet, and then chain 4 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to link this up into the chain again, not the top chain. You're going to go the one below and work a single crochet. Okay, and that's how you finish off your project, and that just makes it the same top and bottom. So as you can see, if you look, your clusters make this lovely 4 petal flower. It actually looked to me like a dame's violet, this one actually. Beautiful. So yeah, that was the summer blossom stitch, or I could have called it that. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, like this video, share it. All the information for my social media is in the description below, and I'll see you next Sunday. Bye now.